Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing something very interesting. We're going to be ranking all of Bring Me the Horizon's albums and two of their EPs too, because I think these two are the most important, but I'm not counting This Is What the Edge of Your Seat Was Made For because it's only 4 tracks and it's their debut EP. I just didn't feel like including it, but we're going to start off with Count Your Count Your Blessings. This album's actually going to great for me. I actually really like this album. Like, from the opening track, Pray for Plagues. I also really like For Stevie Wonder Eyes Only. And my favorite on here is actually a lot like Vegas. I even like Liquor, Love, and Lost and Off the Easy. This thing is definitely dated, but it's actually really fun, though. Not very serious, but if you're just looking for a good time, you're going to get a good time here. But next up, though, we're going to Suicide Season. And I'm going to be honest, I don't like the way this thing starts as much as the last one with the Calm Down and Chelsea Smile. But it really does start to pick up with It Was Written in Blood and Death Breath. I also like Sleep with One Eye Open and Diamonds on Forever. And The Sadness Will Never End is actually my favorite track on this album alongside the title track. Still a little goofy, but the lyrics are starting to get more serious on The Sadness Will Never End and the title track. I'm actually going to put this at the top of great. That ending really saved it because for a while there I thought about putting it below Count Your Blessings, but after listening to the whole thing, I'm putting it at the top of great. But next up is There's a Hell, Believe Me, I've Seen It. There's a Heaven, Let's Keep It a Secret. This is going to perfection. This is easily their best album, in my opinion. I love this thing from the opening of Crucify Me to the closer, The Fox and the Wolf. Personal standouts, It Never Ends, Visions, featuring Lights, Alligator Blood, Home Sweet Hole. I also really love Anthem as well and Crucify Me. This is actually a perfect album, like a 10 out of 10 album, in my opinion. But next up, though, we're going to Sempiternal. And this one, I'm going to get some shit for this. I know I'm going to get some shit for this, but I digress on that matter. This is going to the top of fantastic. I do not think this is a perfect record. I do really like the opener, Can You Feel My Heart, and The House of Wolves, and Empire. And Sleepwalking is great too. I wish I liked Go to Hell for Heaven's Sakes more, but eh. I also wish I liked Shadow Moses more, but eh. But I really do like when the Snakes began to sing and seen it all before. Not the biggest fan of Antivist. Really love Crooked Young, and Hospital for Souls is a 10 out of 10 closer. But that's how I feel about it, though, and that's where I'm going to rank it. Top of fantastic. This is their second best, in my opinion. But next up, we have That's the Spirit. This is actually going to the bottom of fantastic, believe it or not. I actually really like this from Doomed and Happy Song. I also really like True Friends and Follow You. I even kind of like Avalanche and Oh No. I really like Drown and Blasphemy. The only track I'm not the biggest fan on here is actually Throne. That one may get me in some shit too, but I'm standing by it. Next up, though, we have Ammo, or Amo, or however you pronounce it. This is just going to okay. It's not a bad record. Don't get me wrong. This is not a bad record. Anyone who says this is a bad record has either not listened to it or is being just way too harsh on it. It even has its highlights like Mantra, Wonderful Life. I don't know what to say. The closer is fantastic. I also I also have a soft spot for Sugar, Honey, Ice, and Tea and Medicine. Still, pretty good album, just not as good as all the ones above. But next up, we got music to listen to, music to vibe to, just music to listen to. That's what I'm going to classify this as. And I don't like this record. This is a bad record, in my opinion. I really I can barely make it through one sitting of this thing, man. This thing is just so boring, so overly long and drab. This is a painful record to me, man. I hate this thing. But next up, though, we're going to Post-Human Survival. This is actually going in second, right behind Sempiternal, and fantastic. This is probably my third favorite thing they've. Well, uh, hmm. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna bump because of the next record. I'm actually gonna bump Sempiternal into the bottom of perfection. I don't think it's a perfect record, but for them, yeah, this is deserving of perfection. It's still my second favorite, but I'm putting Post-Human at fantastic. I actually really love songs like One by One, Kingslayer, Teardrops, Parasite Eve is also great. The Only Butterflies Left are the ones inside your chest, featuring Amy Lee. I actually rather enjoy this album. Fairly consistent listen. Sparsed it out over 9 tracks. This is a pretty damn good EP, but not as good as Post-Human Next Gen, which in some regards I actually kind of like more than Sempiternal. But on the other hand, it does have one dud track on there for me, which is R.I.P. Dustcore Remix. But I actually really love tracks like Amen, Strangers, Lost, N.A. I also really love Top 10 Statues That Cry Blood, Kool-Aid, Utopia. I love most of this record. I even love the weird interlude Pussy. Deal with it. But overall, though, if I'm being objective, I can't put it in perfection because of RIP Dustcore Remix. I want to, but I can't. But those are my opinions about Bring Me the Horizon's discography for the most part. Drop your own opinions below, honestly. I'm genuinely curious to see what you guys have to say. But anyway, that should do it. I hope all of you have a great day. Gates of Aries, signing off. Everyone, take care.